You want to talk about technical difficulties? Holy cow. Oh my gosh, I've been trying for 35 minutes to get this up and running. I didn't want to be late any more than I said. I said 7:30. My sister didn't help. She like came over. That did not help. Well, and then I was trying to get this set up so that we can go to the new YouTube channel, but I thought I had already done the 24 hours you need. So to stream on YouTube, you have to kind of like, I don't know if applying is the word, but you got to kind of like go through the motions and then set it up, and then boom, it gives you a 24-hour delay where you cannot stream. Once the 24 hours is up, then you can stream. And I thought I had already gone through that process. I did not think that I had to do that. So then that made me scramble a little bit. A little bit more than normal. But now I think I'm just going to get into the gist of this now. I do want to try to do one little thing before I start, and then I'm done. Then I'm done playing. This is still definitely I never officially rendered it, did I? I never officially rendered it. Hopefully it's saved. Canva's pretty good at auto-saving, but yeah. All right, so let me do this real quick, and then I will be ready to go. Plus, it allows everybody to get in here anyway, so hey, it helps. We want to do that. All right. We're almost there. We're almost there. It allows everybody to warm up too. I know it's Memorial Day, Labor Day weekend, so probably people are still out partying and all that fun stuff, enjoying their 3-day weekend. All right, I got that done. Wow, having like multiple YouTube accounts is not fun. It really is not fun. I could see why people would need other people to help, because it's not easy. And you don't know where things are going to go, where things are going to pop. But I really thought I did the... So here's the thing. If you're going to stream on YouTube, you have to give they do a 24-hour... I have like 5 YouTube accounts. Yeah, well, do you like usually... But how do you use those YouTube accounts? Are you throwing like media on them, or are you just using them for different... so that you can get different algorithms? Because... technically, I have 4 YouTube accounts, but the other 2 I don't even use. But these 2 are the ones that I'm trying to. Okay. Wow, that is the worst thumbnail ever. That's one of the reasons why I do these thumbnails now on YouTube, because the thumbnails that they give are the worst. Sometimes they're just like, as soon as you hit the screen, bam, they do a thumbnail. They take a picture and that's your thumbnail. So this thumbnail's got to go. There we go. All right, I can deal with that thumbnail. All right, we can get underway. All right. I have my main account for watching Posting Random, and another for gaming, and one that is my account for school and my computer science math content trying out recently. Okay, wait. I have my main account for watching Posting Random, another for gaming, one that is my account for school and sciences. The others are dead. I guess I have my podcast YouTube. Okay, so you got like a bunch. Well, I had 2 from Jump Street. One is just predominantly, I don't ever search on it. I just like click on it and I see what it pops up. Some of them are interesting, but as you click on a video, then the algorithm is gonna like keep you in that genre. So you just keep like getting, so I did a little bit of experimenting with that, but that was a long time ago that I had that. And then I made this recent one with I mean, I had my original one that now I do the content on, and then now I have this one. I actually have one from the past that I put music videos on. I forgot about that one. That's not even, wow, I forgot about that one. So technically I might have 5 too, now that I think about it. But I've made so many channels and so many accounts too. I have made so many accounts that Google doesn't let me make any more emails. Oh my gosh. Well, you're too young to have like 80 million emails. Especially like Gmail and Hotmail and AOL. What else is there? MSN. What other emails were? The very first one I had technically was the Cleveland Freenet email. Then AOL. Then Yahoo. Then Hotmail. Hotmail's when I went back to college. So I needed an email, so I used that. And that was like my official email with my name and everything, like official, not like go jump off a cliff.com or anything like that. That was like my official one. Now I have like 3 or 4 Google ones. What's the other one? MSN. I had an MSN one. I don't even know what the heck that is. I can't think of any other ones off the top of my head. But yeah, emails are, wow. I mean, emails are, it's like my daughter when she first made her email. I remember they had to make an email account for school, and I'm like, what do you need an email account for school for? So what really messed my son up is that when he started bowling like at 5 years old. So he was in the bowling program, and they needed, and it's like his email address. I'm like, he's 5 years old. I just put my email address, you know? I mean, he's 5 years old. What the heck is he going to do with an email address? So down the road, it became an issue because when we were bowling in leagues at this one place, they were using email address as the identification. We were both. So we were like the same person. So I'm bowling like averaging like 220, 230. He's averaging like 120. And our scores kept getting blended in together. And there was a tournament that I bowled in that I bowled really, really well, but they didn't use my tournament scores. They used his league score. So his league score was like 130, 140, 150, and I shot like 250, 250, 260. And it didn't go. And a total 10 channels on YouTube. Just looked. So what do you do with 10 channels on YouTube? Uh-oh, hold on. I knew they weren't gonna like that address. Hang on. Well, it's a long story for every channel and email. I gotcha. I would say yes. All right. The other thing that I'm trying to do is make it easier to use Ko-fi, and I'm finding it out that it's not easy to use Ko-fi. Instructions to access your website? Okay. I don't know. I knew they weren't going to like the address I used, but I have at least 7 Gmail accounts plus my school. Wow. So I mean, I have like over 24,000 emails in my iCloud. So I guess if I had like multiple ones, yeah, I don't know what is going on with this. All right, I guess we'll have to worry about that later. I mean, I don't know what is so difficult about using stuff like that, but anyways. All right, so let's get into a little bit of tonight's topic before we get into the Twitch partner program and kind of explaining all that fun stuff that a lot of people don't know, which is kind of strange. I want to be partner, and it's like, well, tell me a little bit about it. Well, I don't know. I get more money. That's what they say. It's like, well, you get more money if you're in Twitch partner. And it's like, not necessarily. You don't get more money. Your email. See, I had one too. I had a college email, but I never used it. And then I don't know what the heck happened to it now. I'll be honest with you. I have no idea what happened to that. Hey, I am on YouTube. I'm on my other channel. I'm on my normal channel. Well, that's nice. Thank you, YouTube, for doing that. I appreciate you. All right. So if you have not heard, let me move this chat box over here too. If you have not heard, let's do this one first, I think. This is the first one I read, and then there was another article coming out. So if you have not heard, I am going to enlighten you. Wow, that was very weird. All right, so our famous streamers who left Twitch and said how horrible Twitch was and how bad it was and how toxic it was are back. Wow, after their contracts have expired anywhere between 2 to 3 years for these three individuals, their contracts are over. So now they can stream exclusively, or don't have to stream exclusively anymore on YouTube. How about them apples? So what was, I can't think of her name off the top of my head. What was the famous girl that was on Twitch? My daughter even knew about her. Was it what was it? Pokemon, whatever her name was. Remember when her contract was up at Twitch? Maybe about this year, last year, maybe it was in October, I think, of last year, November of last year, sometime like that, when her contract expired and Twitch said no, that we're not going to do exclusive contracts anymore. And she ended up going to YouTube. She vowed she'd never come back to Twitch, went to YouTube, was on YouTube for a bit. Now she's on both platforms going back and forth. I don't know if you recall that last year, but look who's back. Holy cow, the Tattoo Man. Tim, the Tattoo Man, is back. He streamed this morning for the first time in 3 years on Twitch. Also back is Dr. Lupo and Swag. They both streamed too this morning. How about them apples? So, as curious as I was, I sort of bounced back over to their YouTube channels just to see, and I'll be gosh darn, they're streaming technically on YouTube too. So they are multi-streaming at the same time on both YouTube and Twitch. How about them for apples? So this article talks about, and this came out this morning. It was like first thing that when I hit the screen, this is how I found out. I just typed in the news, and voila! Many of the big name streamers have returned to Twitch after breaks as long as 3 years as their exclusivity contracts expire on YouTube. In recent hours, the likes of Tim the Tatman, Dr. Lupo, and Swag have all announced their return to Twitch as avenues into multi-streaming based opportunities opening up. So remember when they left and they went to YouTube for what? Oh, no, it was for the social justice, and it was for the injustices that was happening and the toxicness of Twitch and blah, blah, blah. Well, they're back, and it did take them long. It took them literally 12 hours after their contracts all expired to pop back up on Twitch. Ain't that amazing how that works? And we're going to be talking about a little bit more of this when I go into the Twitch partner program and all that fun stuff. So it's very interesting. So per the chatter on social platforms, so we're talking about chat, Google is reluctant to offer exclusivity contracts and is leaning more heavy into short form content, the type that has made TikTok such a popular app. This has meant that many top tier creators aren't having their exclusive contracts extended, which in turn means they're free to stream on other platforms. Wonder why. All right, how do I get this off of here? What the heck? Next. I can't even read the thing now. Here, let's do the old reboot. All right, that's much better. To the end, Tim, Lupo, and Swag have all kicked off their streams on Twitch after lengthy breaks away from the supersized streaming site. That was today. I think all three of them streamed for the first time today. And what's today's date? September 1st. Boy, that's a miracle. It has been a rocky year or two for Twitch, at least for all because of the rising competing platforms like YouTube and Kick. The platform has dealt with many layoffs, controversies, and dissent within the community as it navigates an ever-changing market and audience. While many streamers have made a return to Twitch, and assumedly some are yet to follow, they're not an exclusive to the site. It is believed that Amazon is just as reluctant to hand out exclusive contracts and is perfectly satisfied with multiple streaming content creators broadcasting short streams because they don't have to no more. I mean, this was their big thing. So this is the problem that Kick is having right now, is that they got all of these contracts of all of these people, and then okay, so what happens if they decide to stop streaming? Some of these guys pretty much don't really stream as much as they used to, but they still send out the content. They still have their long-term content in all of that. But here's the thing. This is what, like when Pokemon dealt with this back in November. I mean, for her to say that she'll never stream on YouTube again or on Twitch again because of whatever, all she's doing is taking money out of her pocket. It's all she's doing is taking money out of her pocket, because now she goes over to YouTube. She's got to build her brand, which isn't going to take her it's not going to take her very long. It shouldn't be it shouldn't be too hard. But in the fact is now she has the ability to stream on both platforms, and she's just like pretty much kicked one out of the side. So now she's only going to be able to get revenue from one. Now that has changed. It took her till February until she finally decided that she's going to stream back on Twitch again. So she's actually going streaming both times now. But that's the whole point to this whole thing about what I'm going to talk about later, is that to grow, you just can't be on one platform anymore. You have to take advantage. And these people that have already made it and are already huge, and they have a 4 million followers on one and 4 million subscriptions on the other, now they have the options of streaming together at the same time. I watched one of the streamers, I think it was Tim, a tattooed dude. He had like 2,000 people on YouTube and had like another 4,000 on Twitch. And think about it. Some of these people could be, you could have the YouTube audience and the Twitch audience, but how many of that is cross watching? In essence, watching the stream at the same time. If you like put one stream up, maybe the Twitch stream, you have the tab up and you put the volume down, and then you turn around on the YouTube and you start watching there, well, you're going to get one view there and one view there. So you could like double your viewership. So his viewers might be 4,000 on one channel and 2,000 on the other channel, and maybe a grand total of only 3,000 are watching. But because he's got 4 on one, 2 on the other, you can have 6,000 technically, even though there's legitimately only 4,000 watching. If they're cross watching, which I don't see why you wouldn't do that. And that's why it would be a great idea while you're watching this on Twitch to go to the YouTube channel and watch it there. And just put that tab down, you know, put that tab down and watch here, or put this tab down and watch over there. So, but anyways, but this is what this is the trend. This is going to be the new thing. These streaming platforms are not going to bring contracts to anybody anymore. They're not going to do exclusive contracts. And for all intents purposes, if these streamers do it right, and you know they're going to do it right because they know, they're going to probably end up making up that exclusive money and some. But it's not going to be guaranteed money though. So they're going to have to work for it to get that money. They're not going to be able to just like take a couple weeks off and still get the checks at the same rate because they're contracted. That might dip it a little bit, but in the essence, they have the potential to probably make even more money than what they did exclusively on YouTube. I mean, they're on Twitch. They had 4 million people here at Twitch. They leave Twitch, get an exclusive contract. They're there making whatever that is, plus whatever bonuses they get, plus all of the whatchamacallits, the sponsorships. So you're getting the sponsorships on top of it. So eventually they got that cash. It's already there. It's gonna be there, plus whatever they throw at that cash. Right now you get to get the cash from two different entities. You get the Twitch and you get this YouTube. And looking at some of the dollar amounts on some of these videos, once you hit like get up to 500,000 to 1 million subs, and you got like all these views, you can make 40 to 50 to 60 bucks off each one of these videos per day, depending on how often, you know, how they are. I mean, you make a pretty good chunk of change, but again, it's just getting there. So it's interesting to see how these guys were fighting at first, like 3-4 years ago, when they were trying to, like, YouTube was trying to snag these guys. But the funny part about it, and we'll read this in the next article, is how long-term and live for YouTube, it changed. As soon as they signed a contract, within 6 to 8 months, they were doing shorts. They switched their content over to shorts, focusing more in the shorts. But considering exclusive contracts can number in tens of millions of dollars, it is a wise decision all around. So who are you waiting for to go to Twitch? Here's the next article that I just read, and look where these articles from. This one is from Sports Illustrated. Esports Illustrated, I'm sorry. Esports. So here we go, talking about it again. Tim the Tap Man and Swag are just some of the gaming streamers that are returning to Twitch. Well, they both did, plus Dr. Lugo. There's been a trend in YouTube gaming streamers announcing their return to Twitch, but most recent being Tim the Tap Man. This has fans wondering why streamers are migrating back to Twitch. Twitch has consistently been the dominant streaming platform for gamers over the past few years, but for some streamers becoming skeptical when the regulations became stricter and the bans became more frequent. Now remember that like 2 years ago when people were doing weird things? A lot of content creators moved to YouTube Gaming and Kick. And who can forget Ninja moving to Mixture? Usually due to more lucrative contracts or in hopes of having more freedom with their content. Or both is pretty much why they went. But it seems like a lot of streamers are coming back to Twitch now, and why is that? It was reported earlier today that Tim the Tap Man is back to streaming on Twitch. Known for collaborating with other big name game streamers, fans found this pretty interesting and wondered what made him change. There was the tweet that he posted. Fans wondered if the Tap Man and other streamers were returning to Twitch due to some improvement with the streaming platform. So they're returning there because there was improvement. All these people coming to Twitch, and Twitch still ain't making any money. Well, you never know. Oh, but hold on. But fans are wondering. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. Fans are wondering if the Tapman and other streams are returning due to some improvements. Was the pay better now? Did the sub split change? Less regulations? But the real reason was recently discussed by Call of Duty pro Chris Swag in a video called Why Am I Leaving YouTube? We should play that. According to Swag, his exclusive contract with YouTube Gaming has ended after 2 years. He explained that YouTube's content strategy has changed since he first joined. Of course, because they went to shorts. Over time, YouTube's focus moved away from supporting top streamers and went to short form content. Guess we're in an ad break right now too, so that's fine. YouTube shorts are a massive thing, Swag says. Nothing that they would rather compete with TikTok rather than focus on streaming. So that's the thing that a lot of people were talking about when these guys went, is that the streaming was where they were going. So this was before. 2 years ago, there was no YouTube shorts. They were few and far between. So when these guys left Twitch to go to YouTube, they thought that the streaming, that was what that YouTube was gonna focus on, was streaming, but they didn't. Even though they did add some quality things to it, and they did put some resources to it, it was all about shorts. That was their big thing. And now these guys are starting to see that. They did the absolute best they can, but their direction is now in short form content. And that's exactly it. They did what they could do, but they know that the money is now in the short form. Swag said that he sees YouTube possibly regretting this once new games. Swag said that he sees YouTube possibly regretting this once new games kept coming out. He said that the new games coming out, like Black Ops 6, will bring hype to the gaming and esports. Now YouTube may miss out on this newfound hype and possible growth. They don't care about YouTube. That's the furthest from their mind. One little Black Ops game? Why would YouTube care about that? One little ops game. Come on, bro. Some fans were a bit skeptical of Swag's reasoning. However, said one YouTube comment, bro could have just said money and saved 10 minutes out of everybody's life. So he said he could have just left because of the money and been done. Well, and that's the reason why these guys are coming back. They lost their contracts. So now, since they lost their contracts and Twitch is allowing you to stream anywhere, now they're back. So now, how does this help Twitch? This helps Twitch immensely. It helps them immensely, because these were the guys at the top of the food chain. These were their money makers, even though they weren't making money. But the 1 year that they did, it's these money makers up at the top. And now that you have these guys back, and now Twitch is using sponsorship like no tomorrow. And like I talked about it before, when we go to TwitchCon, there's going to be a sponsor probably for each freaking toilet seat in that building. Oh, this toilet seat is sponsored by Valorant. There are going to be sponsorships all over the place, and that's where you make the money at. Look at the NBA. Look at football. It's all about the sponsorships, right? It's all about the television deals. It's all about all of that. That's why football is a billion dollar operation, because of all of the sponsorships and the television stuff that they get. Well, that's what Twitch now, if you're starting to bring people back like these three, now you're going to get more people flowing in to these guys. So they went from 0 zero viewers, nothing, zero. They went from zero viewers in the last 3 years to 4,000 viewers earlier today. So all that's going to do is just generate money for Twitch. It's going to help Twitch. And Twitch and this was why Twitch did what they did a year ago and said no more exclusive contracts, and we're going to allow these guys to go to anywhere they want to go, because they could stream on 3 different platforms. It's so easy now. All I do is hit a button. Bam, bam, bam. I'm on 3 different social medias now. I'm on Twitch, I'm on YouTube, and I'm on TikTok. All I gotta do is hit a button. I mean, it's so easy to do that. And each platform, you can gain more followers and more viewers and more money. So it is so key to this. It is so key to this. And this is why a year ago that Twitch made the decision to do what they did, because they knew eventually this was going to come back. Swag said that it's deeper than just contract ending. He said that everyone on FaZe Clan is on Twitch, and it feels right to all be streaming on Twitch together and all collaborating together a bit easier. He's full of garbage. That's garbage. He don't care. He had a contract. Why did he left? He didn't care about the collaboration and the people when he left, when he took the money, and now the money's gone. Now he can come back, and now he can make money on both platforms. Come on, bro. I thought that was funny. I read that just before I went live. That one happened to pop on. I mean, that's just hilarious. Oh, here's one I wanted to talk about too real fast before we get to the main attraction. And welcome, Miner Mom. I announced 3 times I was going live today. 3 times I announced. I was even a half hour late. Anyways, the drop-ins. Wow, the VTubers out there have been hissy-fitting beyond belief with this function. And Twitch had to make a quick adjustment to this. So if you've not heard, there's a new feature called Knock Knock. So in essence, you just like click on the streamer, you knock on them, you come in, and it turns their cam on, and boom, and it sets up an automatic stream together. As we talked about, Mr. Dan Clancy loves these collaborations and stream togethers. He really feels that that's the way to grow on Twitch. So they came out with this knock knock thing, right? Well, the problem with the knock knock thing is that when you knock knock, it will automatically turn on your camera. And if you're a VTuber and don't want your face to be exposed, well, your camera is going to turn on. And there were some VTubers' identities that was revealed. A new Twitch feature is stirring up some drama within the platform's ViewTube community. Amazon-owned platform has changed the default setting for the new drop-in option after some virtual creators noted that the feature could lead to some unintended face reveals. Twitch launched the drop, which was last week, which would have been last week, yep. Twitch launched the drop last week as part of an effort to encourage more collaborations within its streaming community. To use the feature, streamers must first knock on an active account to request a collab. Initially, when a drop-in was accepted, Twitch automatically turned on the webcams of the partnered streamers. That quirk of the system triggered concerns among VTubers, many of whom closely guard their secret and their IRL identities. Twitch quickly announced a change in drop-ins that will keep webcams off after the collabs begin. So yeah, so Twitch had to come out with a minor little adjustment to their knock knock. Sorry, I didn't see your entire stream yesterday. Perhaps you said when you would be live when I wasn't there. I announced it 3 times, I think, on Discord. Anyways, I'm messing with you, by the way. VTubers like whoever and V responded to Twitch's tweet with questions about how an oversight like that could slip through the cracks on a platform that hosts thousands of VTubers. Even before those complaints arose, drop-ins were already contentious. When the feature first debuted, some streamers questioned its utility and suggested that it could be used as a tool of abuse. The knock knock is crazy. Welcome, Venturous. Yes, we were talking about that the other day. So yeah, it is. I can't even use it, so because my computer does not do the stream together. It's just too much resources, and they don't have it like it's just not optimized enough for me. I can't use the feature without blowing up my computer. So, and to be honest with you, I still haven't figured out how to turn that feature off, because like I said, if somebody knocked on me, I'd have to say no. And how would that look, you know? So if you're streaming and you knock on my door and I can't do it, and you don't know that I can't do it, and then I say no to it, then who are you gonna raid? You're not gonna raid me. You're gonna go raid somebody else and then probably never even talk to me again. So it's like, that's why his big thing, Dan Clancy's big thing, is these collaborations, and they have been, and Stream Together has been a complete disaster. It has been an utter disaster since it's been changed, because they changed it last year, like right about this time to whatever it is now. It's just been a disaster. It works really, really, really well when you're doing podcast type styles. So if I have Venturous as a guest, and then I have Minor Mom as a guest, and then I have the Blind Carp as a guest, it works. That's where it works. In gameplay, unless you're like the Tin Man and you're swag and you're doing a cut, yeah, because now you're gonna have a zillion people in the chat and it's gonna look good, and their computers are super boom and they can do all that fun stuff. So yeah, I just got knocked before. It didn't work for me because I wasn't using Chrome browser, and that's the other thing. Yep. You have to use the browser. There's like 2 of them, because my laptop can't do it. Because I use, what do I use? I use Firefox, I think I use. Whatever it is, but it doesn't work on my laptop. It does work here. It does work on this, but no, my computer just says no. So then it makes you look bad. So for me, I would just turn it off and keep it off. But I don't know. I think it's one of those 2-step forwards for Twitch, like 2 steps forward, 1 step back, 1 step forward, 2 steps back, 2 steps forward, 1 step back, 2 steps back, even 1 to the side every once in a while. It's like the Twitch shuffle, going back and forth. They do something good, then back, then good, then back, then back, then good, then back, then back, and good, and back. So, but yeah, they've caught a break. They've caught a break though with all these exclusive contracts now on YouTube coming back. But like I said earlier, it's like you can make money on both platforms now. It's now Kick is the one that's going to be... Kick is going to end up going down the drain. They're going to have to figure out their strategy, or they're going to be... I mean, it's fortunate that they're owned by a billionaire crypto company casino, and 3/4 of their ads are all about casinos and stuff like that. But eventually, you know, you're going to have to pay the piper and figure out, you know, where are you getting your money from? And if you get these big guys from YouTube coming to Twitch, why aren't they going to Kick too? I mean, it would make sense. It would make sense for them to go there. They would probably make oodles of money. They may bankrupt Kick if they did that though, because you're going to try to pay them $95.5, and they're going to hit all the parameters to get to the partner program, and then you're going to throw money on top of them, like a guaranteed money on top of them. That would bankrupt them. It would bankrupt them. Kick has to figure it out. Yep, they would have to figure it out, and I'm telling you, they would bankrupt them. unless they can get a ton of American advertising. And that's the other thing too. They're based out of Australia, so you don't have, you know, I mean, they got the Formula One backing, so they're more into, and that's what's really keeping them afloat, of all the sponsorships through Formula One and all that. But yep, they'll take the money, and probably afterwards they just have to figure it out. I mean, they just can't do 95.5. They just can't do that. They're not gonna survive doing that. They're not gonna survive doing that. All right, one last thing before I get to the main topic here. So one of the good things that Twitch has done, if you're not familiar with it yet, and they've instituted this like all throughout the year, is their their ability to do clips. So the new update on Twitch, this was published 8 hours ago. So the new update to Twitch includes a helpful feature that could be a game changer for content creators on the platform, allowing streamers to more easily share their content. The massively popular streaming platform has made plenty of changes throughout the years, looking to streamline the experience and make Twitch better for its creators. While Twitch hasn't been free of controversy, the platform has pushed updates and blah, 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 blah. So now a new update is giving channels more control over their clips. A clipping feature is one of the most important tools used by many viewers and Twitch streamers to push their content to wider audiences. That is like fantastically right. I mean, it is really easy once you get the clip to turn that clip into, but the key thing is their program, their video program and editing is still there, but it is so much easier to do the Twitch clips now. I mean, and you can like change them. They let you to do them on the up and down, whatever that is, vertical. The massive popular streaming platforms made many changes throughout the years. Okay, the clipping feature is one of the most popular tools used by viewers and Twitch streamers to push their content to wider audiences. Clips allow streamers to extract the best and bite-sized moments. And now the fans are able to share their Twitch clips to both the site and through other platforms like YouTube and Facebook. This is how to grow. This is the way to do it. You have to go through, you just can't stay on Twitch, plop the button, blah blah blah, turn it off, raid somebody, and you're done for the day. It's not working, because the Twitch audience is not the same audience it was 3 years ago. It's not the same audience, and it's that 3-year audience isn't even the same audience as 3 years before that. It's changing. The whole dimension of Twitch is changing. There's like absolutely, there's no doubt about it. It's more about entertainment now. You have to come out and produce something that's entertaining, because if you sit there and just play a game over and over and over and over again, yeah, you might get like 20, 30, 40 people. But the question is, how do you go up from there? And if you're staying on this Twitch platform, there's really not a whole lot. So for example, me being a Minecraft player, if I sit here and play Minecraft 5 days a week for 52 weeks, I might grow a little bit. And then if you throw a little bit of like collaborations, finding people, meeting people, and blah, 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 you might grow a little bit. And get up there. But there's going to be a ceiling too. I have seen people that started playing Minecraft from one viewer, and I've seen them jump all the way up to almost 9,000 to 10,000 followers. I've seen, there's 4 people that I know personally that has gone from 1 to at least 7,000. The other one was 4,000, one's 3,000, the other one's like 2,000. I've seen it happen, but the problem is that there's a cap. You're going to reach a cap. You're going to reach a cap. So then the question is okay, now do I go to being a variety streamer where I'm streaming multiple games? Well, again, if you do that, your Minecraft, so if I'm playing Minecraft for 2 years and then I decide I'm going to play, not even Fortnite, if I decide I'm gonna play maybe Call of Duty or something like, it doesn't matter, something like that. Okay, so now the Minecraft people, I might lose, I might gain a little bit, and now I'm pretty much starting again from scratch. But at least you got a little bit of a groove. But I'm just not seeing that growth. It's just, and if they don't tell you this, if you don't know this, partnership is down like almost 800% right now from this point last year. People are just not getting partnered because it is super hard to get to that partner level. It is extremely hard to get to that partner level. Yes, but it work harder, not smarter, streaming that often. Yeah, and that's the thing. And what it does, it'll burn you out. I mean, like I said, I have seen people just like grow. I've seen many different ways to get the growth. I've seen organic growth. I've seen monetized growth. I've seen partnership growth. I have seen like probably any other growth that you can think of. But the thing about it is that it just flatlines. Eventually it's just flatlines, and it's just so much harder to get over the hump. It's like when you start streaming, you start with that 1, right? Now you're trying to fight your butt off to get to 9. You get to 9. Now you got that cap. Now you got to figure out how to fight to get to 20. Then you get to 20. Now you got to fight to get to 30. You got to figure out, how am I going to get 30? You fight and get to 30. And then usually 30 jumps to 50. 50 jumps to about 70, and then it is like right there. It's like it's like you get to that 70 mark, and it's like, man, what do you have to do to get even above that? And it's like, well, if I look at a streamer, blah, blah, blah. Well, the streamer was on the platform 10 years ago. It was a totally different animal 10 years ago. And then you got the boost of the pandemic where everybody's at home. So you had an audience that went like this from 2000 to 2022. But now the audience is doing this. You have to fight to get to 570 what? As far as, so there's like a trend. Like when you start streaming, you fight to get to 3, right? That's your fight, to get to 3. Then once you can get 3, then it's usually 10, right around 10 viewers in your chat. So you start with like usually 1 viewer, you usually meet somebody and they'll hang out. You're at 2. Then usually you'll hang out with somebody else and get 3, and then you'll be consistently sitting around 3. Then you become affiliated. Then during that course you get up to 6 or 7. Then you're struggling at around 7 to about 11. And then maybe once you get to 11 you're at 20, and then 20 to 30. There's like an increment. That's a good, definitely a different growth process, 10 years. But that's the thing. It's like, it's a fight. It's a fight. So now you got to figure out, okay, why am I fighting so hard? And it's like like you said, work harder and not smarter streaming. And it's like, that's what people tend to be doing, because it's like the habit of it, you know? When you go and watch somebody stream, they're usually turn on their screen. You see the intro screen. They welcome everybody in for 5 minutes. They cop on the game. They play the game. Some people have really fantastic overlays. Some people have really fantastic like engagement. Some people don't. Some people are like, just like, I don't even know why they're there. There's one streamer that if I need to go to bed at night and it's like 1 o'clock in the morning, I'm not gonna say their name and nobody knows them. All right, nobody knows this person. Nobody knows him, but nobody knows this person. It's nobody knows. But there's this one person that I watch, and they stream usually from 1 a.m. to 4 a.m. And they put me to sleep because their stream is so like, so if I have issues sleeping at night, I watch this person. You were telling me Minor Mom makes you fall asleep? Oh my gosh. Now you're spreading rumors. But it literally puts me to sleep. So that's, it's just, I don't know. So let me switch now, because I'm already an hour into this. I don't want to be too long. Let me switch on to this next part. But yeah, but just keep this in mind with the you want to keep making content, and that's where I am transforming to. I am not going to be a streamer no more, because I don't want, because that's just too much for me. But what I do want to be is a content creator, which includes streaming, which includes making videos, which includes making shorts, which includes making content. And so that's where I'm transforming over to now. So I will be streaming twice a week, Wednesday for sure, probably Sunday, where everybody's going to love me because of football and all that fun stuff. But even if you don't catch the stream live, you go to YouTube and you catch it there. So I don't have my YouTube channels all up and running yet, but if you go into the panels below, this is the ad time. This is the ad time. If you go into the channels below, there is a YouTube link that goes to the new YouTube channel. Please subscribe there. And then there is the new Ko-fi Patreon, which I'm going to talk about that later. So if you want to check that out, you can check that out there. And what's the other new one? I think the Discord's the same, and the Twitter is no, the Twitter's different too now. I switched to Twitter now. So if you see the Twitter or X or something like that, go down there. That's going to be more for like, I don't know. I have to figure out Twitter. I'm not really big into tweets. It's one of those ones when I was on Twitter, I would tweet something like today, some dude made this fantastic catch over the fence, like in yesterday's game. I would tweet something like that. Sometimes I would get a little more political on Twitter because I like to stir the pot a little bit. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you, Venturous. So that's where we're heading. So that's where I'm heading. So this is pretty much the intro stream, even though I've done a couple of practice streams prior to that. So I will be streaming live both here on Twitch and on YouTube. And like I said before, when these guys are transferring over, so when Tin the Tat guy comes over and Swag comes over, they're now streaming on both platforms. And if the top people in the world are doing it, why aren't the people at the bottom of the barrel doing it? You know, if you're going to make it to the top, you want to emulate the top, right? You want to kind of do what the top are doing. So if the top are doing that, if the top are putting out videos, if the top are doing streams, and the top are doing shorts, and the top got these fantastic thumbnails, and the top got all these, and I know that they have a team that does it. It's not just this one person doing it. But at one time, it had to be just one person doing it. But if you get that going, then that's it. I mean, and that's what you need to do. So if the top is doing it, I'm going to try to emulate the top. And there's some key things and I've been watching Twitch. I've been streaming for almost 5 years, which I cannot believe, on and off. Part-time streamer for 5 years, but I've been watching Twitch for almost 4 years prior to that. So I've seen a lot of different things. If the top people in the world are buying fancy cars, why don't people at the bottom? Exactly. Why don't you? Because you don't have the money. That's the key. You don't have the money. That's why you have to build up the money, right? You're not going to make no money if you keep doing the same old for the last 5 years that I've been doing. So if you just look at the way that I've been operating for 5 years, I ain't making no money. Who's gonna do anything? So that means changes have to come, and that's what's coming. So the whole key to this too, eventually, is that if I can start with literally one follower. Why did it play an ad? Wow, we gotta get off that screen. It played an ad. Played an unauthorized ad on my screen, on my stream. Hold on, we're letting the computer settle in. All right, did the computer settle in? That ad just like threw everything for a loop. Wow. That ad literally created a download on my computer. Wow. All right, I don't know if I'm... All right, we're waiting now. I just threw an ad in there. I'm waiting for my computer to settle down. All right, you can hear me now? Am I back to normal? It don't look normal. All right, just hang on, hang on. I'm letting my computer settle down. There was an ad that kicked in. It was like a spam ad. It like threw at my computer to a loop. All right. You can always hear me? Okay. Hopefully I didn't cuss. I didn't think I did though. All right, I think... Let me know if I'm back to normal now. It looks like... No, we are not restoring that. It looks like I'm back to normal now. An ad like popped up in the corner of the screen and it blew out like... I'll be honest with you, back in the day, you know, when you went onto a bad channel and then every once in a while, boom, 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 like popcorn, that's exactly what just happened. That was very weird. All right, I think I'm back now, right? We're back to normal. 20 seconds delay, but we can deal with that. Maybe try rebooting your, try resetting the site and see if that helps. All right, I'm back over here, so we're good. YouTube, I think, decided to just cut me off. Oh, there we go. All right, I'm back over there. All right, I'm just gonna have to go by what you guys say, if I seem to be okay. Because I can't tell. This is just... That was weird. All right, the bit rates look good. Okay, we're gonna say that I'm here. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. That was interesting. That ad popped up and then it just kept going and going and going. You know what? Let me do that real fast. All right, let me see if this helps. I think I'm on this screen. Ah, I look good on YouTube. All right, so how's everything now? We back? Wow, that was nuts. I ain't gonna lie. Remind me not to go on that channel, that whatever thing that was on. Wow, that was terrible. All right, so let me explain to you something. This is what I'm going to get into tonight and talk a little bit about Ko-fi and about going forward. Okay. Let me find it. All right, here it is here. Let me hit this button, hit that button. All right. This is a presentation. Your mic was off before you opened the ad. Yeah. Well, hopefully it's better now. I hope it's better now. All right, so let me switch again, and we should be safe this time. Wow, that actually went pretty quick. I didn't think that. I thought I was going to have a little bit of a delay. So I think we are back to better again. All right, so I made this video back in May, this presentation. I've adjusted it since then, but this was in cahoots about the new subscriptions that was going to be the pricing changing. So we were kind of alerted that back at TwitchCon. We were kind of alerted it was happening. It wasn't going to happen in the United States at first, but it was going to happen in other countries, which it did. And then eventually it happened here. So this was the letter that we received sometime in May, I think it was. So the subscriptions are an important way for viewers to support your channel. But in order to keep pace with the rising costs and fluctuations, we are updating Tier 1 subscriptions, gift prices on the web in over 30 different countries. And our country happens to be $5.99. So we went from $4.99 to $5.99 on 7-Eleven. We all had lovely Slurpees that day and had a price change. You will continue to receive the same net revenue share on subs and gifts. So this price means that you will receive more price per prescription. Now, this is exactly what happened. So if you don't know, the sub prime goals, the sub prime subscriptions, we were getting anywhere between $2.33 and $2.38, depending on what country you lived in, or what state you lived in, what county you lived in, whatever your tax rate was. You were getting $2.50 minus whatever that happened to be. Well, Twitch then decided that they needed to take a little more cut off of the subprime. Instead of getting rid of it totally, they cut the revenue back. So I think it's somewhere around $2.20 you get per gift sub after taxes. All right. So I'll explain that a little further when we get into this. But here are some common questions about the price change. Existing subscriptions in most countries will automatically renew. So that's all fine and dandy. This is all pretty much in the past now. So what happened was July 11th, all subs went to $5.99 from $4.99. Depending on what country you were in, some of them raised really high because of the dollar against whatever. I mean, I could go really deep into that, but we're not going to go deep into that. But to make a long story short, this went up to $5.99. We were then told that the web, so doing subs on your phone, was going to go up too. They were already $5.99. They happened to go up to $7.99. As far as that goes, you can't blame Twitch on that, because that's the mobile companies. So anytime that you do money work on the phone, I'm not saying like your local bank or anything like that, but if you're doing commerce, like buying products and stuff like that, it is really expensive. They jack up the fees on mobile so high, it is incredible. So yeah, Twitch probably made a little more money jumping it from $5.99 to $7.99, but you need to blame that on the iOS companies, or the iOSs and stuff like that, because they're the ones that's like ripping your arm off. And I know that firsthand because of what my ex deals with, and having to deal with cooperating, like doing purchasing through the phone and stuff like that. They charge almost 40% in some cases, depending on what it is. So yeah, I mean, I don't know who does subs on the phone anyways. I don't know why you would do that, but that's why it went up. So that's one of the things that you really can't argue. And I know, price change, oh my gosh, the prices went up, really? That is incredible. All right, so here's a little bit of explanations, because they're important. We just talked about this in the article. Tier 1 subscriptions going up to $5.99, but they kept Tier 2 and Tier 3 the same, so that did not go up. And a few answers right here. Again, no change prices to Tier 2 and 3 at this time, which means it's probably going to come, but it has not come yet. And then these updates apply only to subscriptions purchased on the desktop or mobile web. We plan update change the prices on the mobile apps later this year, and that happened. So we knew that was coming, and it did happen. So anyways, now is the important time. All right, I know nobody likes math, nobody likes numbers, and nobody likes to talk about stuff like this, but do you really truly know what money you are getting from Twitch when you get subscriptions? Do you really know what the partner program really is? I would probably say one out of every 4 people don't have no clue, don't have zero clue what the partner program is and how much money you get, right? And I would probably be that person. But I had, when I was doing my charity streams, I was trying to figure out the money and all that, and I was trying to figure out, why am I not getting, like, it's, if a sub is $5, shouldn't I be getting $2.50? I mean, hello, shouldn't I be doing that? Why am I only getting $2.30? So I had to like put that together in my mind and figure out, okay, where am I losing money at here? So how does how does Twitch subs work dollar-wise today? All right, not much. All right, so a sub is $5.99. The current program for an affiliate is that you get 50-50 of it. So you get, Twitch gets $3 and you get $2.99. Correct? Makes sense, like it's half, and they're not going to give you the extra penny, they're going to keep the extra penny, so that's why it's off by a penny. But this is correct, right? No, you do not get $2.99 because of Uncle Sam. Uncle Sam has got to take a piece of this pie. Uncle Sam. And those pennies do add up. They do add up because every sub they get an extra penny. But Uncle Sam has got to get involved. Those freaking taxes. So this is how it actually works. So Twitch gets $3, right? Automatically, boom, they get $3. You get $2.99. But that depends on where your sub came from and what the taxes are in that person's house. So wherever they're residing in, whatever their tax rate is taken out. Now, for example, if it's 6% tax, that's 18 cents. If I'm gifting you a sub, my tax rate is 8%, and it is about to go up to 8.5% in November. So you're even going to get less out of me when I sub to you. So that's 24 cents. So if I sub to you, I'm taking away, Uncle Sam is taking away 24 cents because of the taxes. So what does this mean at the end? Twitch still gets their $3. They're getting their $3, but you're only getting $2.73 because of the tax. All right. Now, back in the day, before this, when it was $4.99, you would only be getting $2.34 from me. But now, because of the extra 50 cents that they added, so when they said that we raised the fees from $4.99 to $5.99, and the streamer is going to make out more money from that, they actually did. They actually made out probably about 45 cents after taxes. So keep that in mind. This is what he's talking about. When he's talking about that you're getting more money with the fees, Twitch got 50 more cents, and you got probably about 48 more cents after taxes. All right, so you did get more money from this. So this money is upping your total. This is the time that you need to like and subscribe if you're on YouTube. Do all that fun stuff. This is the time where you need to hit the follow button if you're following for the first time. If you're watching this video, this is the time. This is the time to smash that button and follow me. All right. Anyways, Twitch Partner Program. If y'all don't know what the Twitch Partner Program is, this is what it is. Within a 30-day period, you have to hit 25 hours. You got to stream on 12 different days, and you got to have 75 concurrent viewers. What on God green earth is a concurrent viewer? A concurrent viewer is somebody that naturally comes into your stream and either stays there or they leave. A viewer total viewers is if how many people came into your stream. So if I came into your stream and left, I'm 1. If I come back to your stream and left, that's 2 total viewers. If I come into your stream a third time, I'm only one concurrent viewer because I'm only there. I'm live in your chat. But I'm 3 total viewers because I came in your chat 3 times. All right. So that's the big difference. A concurrent viewer is who is naturally in your stream. So here's the part that everybody trips on. Concurrent viewers excludes hosts, raids, front page promotions, and embedments. So for example, if I have Mickey Mouse always sitting in my chat, they go and embed me. They embed it so that they're in my chat 24/7. Mickey Mouse could be sitting in my chat for the entire time that I'm live. Mickey Mouse does not count as a concurrent viewer. Mickey Mouse will count as a viewer because this person was in my view, but it's not going to count as a concurrent viewer. So why do they not count raids? So here's the thing. Why don't they count raids? Think about it. Think about it. If I'm a partner and I have 100 viewers right now, concurrent viewers, I turned my stream on, boom, 100 viewers, and I've been live for 3 hours. This partner over here turns their stream on, boom, they're at 100 viewers. All right, everybody comes, whatever, blah, 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 blah. Now you got Bucko Man. He's got 1 viewer for the last 2 hours. Number 1 raids. Now I have 101, right? Number 2 raids. Bam, I have 202. So now I have 202 viewers in my stream right now. But how many concurrent do I have? 1. Because if they would count those raids as concurrent viewers, you could get anybody to partner if you tag teamed it like that. So they don't allow that. So I might have 201 viewers. I might have 1 viewer. So now I'm up to 202. But over the course of time, let's just say that, wow, Bucko Man's playing Minecraft with 200 viewers. Let me join him. So now I naturally join him. Now I'm at 2 concurrent. I'm at 3 if another one naturally joins. I'm at 4. Now, when these people talk to you about just reset your computer and just hit the enter button, get that raid message out, Twitch is smarter than that, guys. Twitch knows who was in there and not. And if you start pulling crap like that, when it comes time for them, when you're partner and you hit this and they review your application, because that's what they do. It's not a guarantee you're going to be it. They're going to review your application. They're going to look over every one of your statistics and metrics if you got. And if you go to, I think it's Stream, what is it? It's Twitch stats and something else, Twitch stats and, I can't think of another name. You could pull up your channel and you could see where all your numbers are. And if they got that for you to see for free, imagine the numbers that they have that you can't see, that they don't want you to see. If Mickey Mouse is watching your stream, you have a bigger promotional deal to worry about viewers. Exactly. But this is what I'm talking about here. This is the Twitch program, right? 25, 12, and 75. No hosts, no raids, no promotions, no nothing. You have to have concurrent, natural viewers coming to your channel. All right? Now, there are certain circumstances where we may accept applications outside of these criteria. I don't know if y'all are familiar with the Hermit Crafters. The Hermit Crafters were like this. As soon as they said we want to stream, bam, they were already partner. Because why? It was the beneficial of Twitch to have them as a partner. Another great example, last year, September, the Brown and Orange Report. They do YouTube content for the Cleveland Browns for like the last 20 years. Nothing but content about the Browns, blah, 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 blah. Video after video, 100,000 views, 200,000 views, 40,000 views, 20,000 views, whatever it was. They started streaming last year on Twitch. 3 months. By November, they were partner. They didn't even hit 2 of these 3 parameters. They did not even have the 25 hours nor the 75. They didn't have that because they only streamed like twice a week for a couple hours. I don't even know if they had that, to be honest with you. But they're partner after 3 months. Why? Some instances may include exceptional viewership growth or an established audience on other platforms. So in essence, it is worth Twitch to have them as partner because they can make money off of them and they can make money off of each other. Why does a business exist? To make money. You cannot be a business if you don't make money. Period. Period. That is the definition of a business. Yes, you're going to have startup loans. You're not going to be profitable. Probably the first 2 or 3 years, natural businesses probably don't become profitable. And I'm not talking about revenue. I'm talking about profits. They don't make their profits, most businesses, until the 3rd, 4th year. So it's not about it's all about making money. And that's what businesses have to do, is make money. And if you're going to be an entity on Twitch, you have to consider yourself a business. If it's a hobby, then more fun to it. Then a hobby's a hobby. All right, a hobby is not a business. Football players play football and make money. It's a business. Football players aren't going out and playing football for the hobby of it, or they would not be playing football. They're making money. CeCe Lamb held out. Why? To make money. Dak Prescott's holding out. Why? To make money. It's a business. He is the business. So always keep that in mind. Always keep that in mind. You're the business. You're here to make money. Again, unless it's a hobby and you're just doing it to do it. And there is absolutely no problems with that. That is absolutely fine. But keep in mind that if you don't get to, you don't get to a certain status where you're making money, you can't complain about it, right? Because you're doing it as a hobby. I didn't care for the first 5 years. I really, truly didn't care. I didn't care to the point that whatever money I made, I just donated it because I didn't want to pay taxes on the dang thing. Because that's the other part of this that we're going to be talking about. Taxes. All right. So anyways, please also consider, we also consider suspension history, and please note, applying does not guarantee it. All right. Because they're going to look at all your parameters and they're going to say, you know what? I have Minor Mom over here. Minor Mom has 900 people, 900 followers. She has 77 concurrent viewers. She streams 20 days, 40 hours. She has all the requirements there. Minor Mom has only 900 followers, but she has 77 subs, and her subs are lined up to where 65 of those subs have been 12 months or longer. They're reoccurring subs. Then we got Bucko Man. Bucko Man's at 5,000. He's got 5,000 followers. He's got the concurrent. He's got the exact same numbers as her. However, Bucko Man's only got 30 subs, and 25 of them were subbed. The Twitch program is going to look and say, okay, which one do I want? I don't want Bucko Man. I don't care he's got 5,000 followers. I don't care he streams 80 days a week and 4,000 hours. Minor Mom's she's got 68 concurrent subs that are going to renew every month. And she's got an extra 12 to go with that. We're going to pick her over him. That's the way Twitch looks at it. It's not like brain surgery. Oh, the Twitch doesn't like me. Oh, Twitch doesn't do this. Twitch likes you when you make money. Twitch doesn't like you when you don't make money. It's the same thing. I hate to say this, but it's the same thing as the YouTube algorithm. If you are going to make YouTube money, the algorithm's going to love you. If you got crap videos and you do crap thumbnails and you just like do nothing, they're just gonna spit you out. And it's not the algorithm doing it, it's the people watching doing it. So if this pencil is watching this glass and loves the content, then YouTube is going to ask another pencil to watch it. And if they keep loving it, then voila, you got all this. However, if the glass puts out content and the pencil or the glass is watching and the pencil's the content and the glass goes away, then the algorithm's going to try another glass. If it goes away, the algorithm's done. I don't need to go there no more. That's the way the algorithm works. And it's like, oh, it's just all against me and this and that. Well, if you put out if you don't put out consistent videos and you don't have the ability to make them good, and you're not networking to something in some sort to get people to come to you, like the algorithm, if the algorithm isn't like networking for you and you're not doing it, there ain't gonna be no videos. It's as simple as CAN. Can you do it? Consistency, ability, and networking. It always comes back to that. It always comes back to that. And that's where you have to analyze yourself. And that's next week. All right, so let's get back to the Twitch program. This is the funny part about the Twitch program that I really love that nobody understands. Okay? This is the number one part right here. What is the difference between a Twitch partner and an affiliate? Well, I can tell you one thing that's not. They both get the exact same pay. So once you did all that work and you hit it and you got it and you put the letter in and they rejected you and they told you need to do this and you did that and you put it in again and now your partner, all of the confetti's coming down. What did you just get? You just got more emotes. You just got your VODs to go from, instead of 14 days on the platform, to 60 days on the platform. And you got a little behind the scenes stuff that I don't know about. The end. That's it. That is it. You are on a roll tonight. I'm like butter, baby. I'm like butter, baby. I am on a roll. I remember back in the 50s when all the algorithm was a man named Algorithm, and he picked which TV channels to watch for me. That's kind of funny. But anyways, there's no difference between an affiliate and a freaking partner. That's the funny part. So you guys bust your tails off to be partner. And what do you get? Unless you got 100 subs, then you can be in the Partner Plus program. Yay! So for you to make extra money, not only do you got to hit the partner status, you have to have 100 subs points. 100 sub points. What in God's green earth is a sub point? Every time you get a tier 1 sub, which is $5.99, you get 1 point. If you get a tier 2 sub, which I believe is $9.99, you get 2 points. And if you get a tier 3 sub, which is $24.99, you get 8 points. So that's how the points accumulate. So in essence, Twitch said it's nothing to it. It's the easiest thing in the world. All you got to do is just get 100 points. Who can't get 10 2-tiered subs? I've been on Twitch for 5 years. I have never got a tier 2 sub, and I have never got a tier 3 sub. And if any of you would ever sub me a tier 2 or a tier 3, I would literally find you and strangle you, because there is no reason for you to be paying that much money for a sub. They even cap your sub percentage on the first 100,000 back to 50. They actually killed that. They killed everybody was moaning and groaning and screaming. That's actually gone now. They took away that percentage, but they were moaning like no tomorrow about that. At TwitchCon, they eliminated that, and I believe it was eliminated maybe, I would say, about October 18th of last year. That has been cut because that's what everybody was moaning about. Well, then if I'm getting all these, there was like a 100,000 cap. Yeah, it was 100,000, like you said. It was 100,000 cap. And then it would go back to 50-50. That's gone. They took that away. So anyways, that's how it works. So this is how the Twitch partner program works. If you have less than 100 subs, no matter what, you're at 50-50. You got 3 months, 3 consecutive months to get 100 points in a row. So you have to have 3 consecutive months of 100 points. So if you go in January with 101 or 100, February 101, March 102, you are now qualified as a Partner Plus. You are a Partner Plus 2-tier, which means you now get 60-40 split for 1 full year, all the way back to April 1st. So you got January, February, March 31st, you hit it. 3 consecutive months, you hit it. April 1st now, and it doesn't have to fall in the middle of the month or at the end of the month like that. It could be any time of the month, whenever you get it. So keep that in mind. It's not from month to month. It's from one starting point to 3 months later. So I'm just making it easy to to talk. So you got April 1st. Now you're 100. You're going to be a 60-40 split no matter what, all the way up to April 1st again. And then during that time, if let's say that in April you got 200 subs, that now pushed that another month. So now your month is out to May. So now May is like your 1 year. You're automatically guaranteed. Now, if you go down to 80, then 60, then 30, then 20, it doesn't matter. You got 1 year at 60-40. Unless you hit 3 consecutive months again. Now, let's say that it's sub-October. So let's say I'm still hovering around 150, 200, blah, blah, blah. And now we get to September. It's subathon day. It's subathon month. We all get these free subs and percentages and blah, 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 blah. Boosh! You just went up to 400 subs. Holy cow, that's amazing. So now in the month of September, you're at 400. Well, some of them reoccurred because they forgot that they did that. So now you're down to like 380, but you're still there. And let's just make it nice. And then once you get to November, you're at 340 or something like that. Bam! Now you hit 3 consecutive months, even though you're inside that first circle. You now hit 300 subs in 3 consecutive months. Now you're at 70-30 guaranteed no matter what from November all the way to the following November. If you go down, it doesn't matter, right? Now, let's say that during the course of this, now you go all the way around and you're back to October again. Now what it's going to do, the parameter is going to look at what you did in the last 3. But if you maintain over 300 for the month of December, it moves you to the month of December. Now it's the full year in December. And if you hit January, then now it's full year of January. And if you hit, it's all the way around. Now, let's say, for example, that you're at the 300 platform and you quit streaming, right? You quit streaming. So now it comes all the way around and you're in December and you decide to start re-streaming in December again, right? Well, if you had no subs prior to that and you're at the 300, whatever you get in the month of December is going to be 70-30. So whatever you accomplished in the month of December, which is here, whatever you accomplish is still 730. But by the time you get to January, you haven't hit the 3 consecutive months yet. So that's going to bump you back down to 50-50. But you can gain it right back in 2 months because you haven't streamed and you're at 0. So everything is 0 before that. So it's like kind of like looking at a globe as far as that goes. Once you get here and you can maintain this, now is the time when you're going to start making money. But think about it though. Now think about this. If you have over 300 subs on Twitch for 3 consecutive months, how good of a streamer are you? What are you streaming? You should be looking at sponsorships. If not, once you get to here, this partner, you should be looking for them. And to be honest with you should be looking for them when you're an affiliate. Because you want to play with the big boys, right? Why can't you get sponsored? Right? Why can't you get sponsored too? So it's okay to look around. But once you get to this level here, this 300 plus, and you got like 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900 subs a month, you should be looking at other avenues of revenue. There should be other things that you can do to get revenue. I mean, I think getting a new mic is just bottom of the barrel of what you should be getting once you get up here. I mean, you should be getting an entire room set up for you to make your job even more easier, to get you more subs, to get me paid more. So let's now go into Ko-fi and why I am going towards Ko-fi. Why is there a 1 minute clock up there? It's like the timer's telling me you need to stop talking in a minute. I don't even know how he did that. Oh my gosh. All right, well, there's a timer up there now. I don't know how to get rid of it. Oh, there we go. We got rid of it. Totally agree. Reinvest in yourself and the brand. Yes, 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 yes. You are the brand. You are the brand. You're your number one. You're your number one. Holler. You're your number one fan. All right, in the US, this is how the subs work. Okay, so let me back up now. Let me talk a little bit about this now. In the US, subs are $5.99 at a 60-40 split. All right, 60-40 split. You're in between 129. Twitch is going to get $2.40 of it. You get $3.59 of it now. So there's the 60-40. You're 60, they're 40. But Uncle Sam's got to come in. So if it's me giving you the sub, Uncle Sam's going to take away 29 cents. So that means Twitch still gets their $2.40. You're going to get $3.30 or whatever the tax rate is. All right. So you're getting out of $5.99, you're getting $3.33. DVD's in the house. Right? Now, what happens at 70-30? Right? 70-30. Twitch only gets $1.80 now of this. You get $4.19 more cents now. So if you're at the 70-30 with 300 subs, you're going to get $4.99 minus 34 cents because of taxes. So now you get $3.85. All right. You get $3.85. Twitch still gets the $1.80. All right. Keep this in mind. This is what happens when you become partner and then enter the partner program. So a partner, as we can recap, and an affiliate, because they're the same thing. We've just developed that a partner and an affiliate is the same thing. So they get $3 Twitch, you get $2.81 of it after taxes. If it's 6%, you get $2.73 if it's 8%. If you're in a Partner Plus program, first tier, you get $237 or $230 or $330. So you get Twitch gets $240, $337, and $330. If you're in the Partner Plus program, tier 2, then you get $385 of that. Twitch only gets $1.80. Okay, that's the way that the Partner Plus program is set up. That is how you get paid. As far as Prime subs go, they do not count in the Partner Plus program. So if you get a Prime sub, it doesn't count. So you can't add that on, unfortunately. But you can. No, wait, no. Let me take that back. Gift subs don't count towards it. Let me take that back. I'm sorry. Twitch gift subs don't count, but I was told that, and I don't know how true this is because I've had two people tell me the opposite. So I had a Twitch person literally tell me that it does count. So your Prime sub does count. Yes, this will be on the YouTube channel. This will be on the YouTube channel. I just got mad at our beloved government sometimes. The government sucks. And yeah, Uncle Sam, man. Uncle Sam's got to pay to get that beard nice and shaved and cleaned. And I mean, he's got a nice beard, you know? Look at that beard Uncle Sam's got. Uncle Sam, he will always get you. Uncle Sam will always get you. Keep that in mind. So that is why I am moving everything over to Ko-fi. So what I am asking is that you all stop with the subs here. I appreciate all of you with no tomorrow. Appreciate y'all, but I need you to not do this no more, because I feel that this is the trend that is going to be the way to prosper and grow financially on this, because I don't think I have enough time to get all the way up to 300 subs. Because if I do get to 300 subs, I feel that I don't really need Twitch. I mean, other than being on their platform, why do I really need Twitch? I feel that Twitch needs us. So Be that as it may, this is why we're going to Ko-fi. Thank you for the bits.
Okay, I will stop sending any money over Twitch. I will never do it.
Thank you. I appreciate that. So that's what I'm talking about, right? So this is what I'm going to. I am moving everything over to Ko-fi. I will have a membership program there. There will be a tipping program there. There's a donation if you want to donate. So if you want to donate your 15 cents, you can do that there. I am now in the process of, I have it set up for PayPal now. I'm trying to figure out how to do it with, that you can use any other pay method.
Like I said, no money on Twitch, only Ko-fi, nothing here.
Wow. Can you be big ventures run for government? I actually trust you guys. Totally. I can, if can get 300 subs, you can market yourself with many other businesses. Exactly. So that's why I'm heading there. And this is how Ko-fi works. And I just learned some of this like literally yesterday. However, if you think about it, right? If you do what I've set up a $1 tier. I've set up a $3.99. Again, I did this like 4 months ago. So I didn't know what the fees and the transactions were, but now I got a better idea what they are. So I have a $1 tier, a $3.99 tier, and a $7.99 tier. For the $1 tier, you get access to the Discord channel. There'll be information like when I'm streaming Minor Mom. All that information will be there in the Discord. There's also a $5.99. That's going to be more for getting more content via Ko-fi. There'll be talks there, chats, and all that fun stuff. And then the $7.99, it gets everything that I will offer at that particular time, plus merch, plus this and plus that. It's all there in Discord, in Ko-fi. Do you have a rough estimate of percent of subs per viewers, like X, 1 sub per 50 viewers, per 200 followers, something like that? Do you have a rough estimate of percent of subs per viewers? That depends on the community. That depends on the community. Like when I was 2 years ago streaming consistently, I had 13 to 14 subs consistently, but my views was only at 7 because everybody that actually watched me 2 years ago actually subbed to me on top of it. So it's different with each person in each community. So for example, if you have a community that has 7,000 followers, but they might only have maybe 20 to 30, it all goes back to your core. And when you're streaming, you know who your core is, right? You know who the core of your group is. So most of the time, those are the people that are either going to sub once or twice or reoccur or whatever. And if that's all that you have and you really haven't grown, like I really haven't grown from the core, then it is what it is. I mean, I don't want to use Minor Mom as an example, but when she first started streaming, she was getting a lot of her subs through me because she was part of my community. So my community sort of went over to her community. So I can almost tell you that Blind Carp, Brian, and me were probably one of her first 5 subs that she got. Just because that came over, you know, she was part of this family and then had her own, and everybody started merging over to her family. And now she has grown into her own community. So now she could probably tell you who her core is and see who's subbing from that core. Usually you get about, from my estimate, if I was to guess, probably 75% of your core is subbing. Just do a hot tub stream, Bucko and Ended. I know, that's what I should do. Just do the hot tub. Have everything flapping. I could take my, you know what I could do? I could walk away from the camera, take my shirt off, come back and stream without a shirt. But then I would have to walk back, put it back on, come back, and then get in front of the stream. I just can't take the shirt off on stream. All right, so let me get to the math real quick. $3.99, right? That's all I'm offering, a $3.99 sub. There's a 9% fee from my understanding, 35 cents. There's a transaction fee of 20 cents. So now I get $3.44 of that. There's a tier 3 sub, $7.99. 9% fee, 77 cents. Transaction fee was 39 cents, $6.83. So when I did get the sub 3 sub, I got $6.83 back. So that's how I was able to go back and look at this. And then the sub 1 I got was that. So this gives me an estimate on what the fees were. I did not know what the fees of Ko-fi was before this. And this here is a PayPal fee. So I don't know what the fee is for the other ways, the other methods to pay. I'm assuming that if it's with a credit card, it's going to be more. But don't call me on that. So this is pretty much what I'm talking about as far as going to Ko-fi. So I have a $1 one, a $3.99 one, and then a $7.99 one. This right here now, this is the interesting one in red. This is Twitch. So if I would do a $5.99 membership on Ko-fi, the same as Twitch, I would make $5.16 off of it. Oop. I would make $5 and what was it? This should have been 16. But anyways, 516. Look what it is now on Twitch Partner. So if you're an affiliate at $3, right, at $5.99, you get $2.73. If I charged $5.99 on Ko-fi, I would get a whopping $5.16. That's nearly $2.40 more. But I'm not. What I am offering is a $3.99 sub. So what I am telling you to do, in essence, is don't sub to me here. Don't pay $5.99. Sub to me on Ko-fi. Pay $3.99. You save $2. You could go use that $2 and go buy a cup of coffee or whatever you want to do with the $2. You could use it on somebody else that's in Ko-fi. But $3.99. I get $3.44 of that. If I'm on Twitch, I can only get $2.73. If I'm in Partner Plus program, Partner Plus, 299 freaking subs, I only get $3.30 of it. That's insane. I make more money, $3.99 off of Ko-fi than I would do at a 60-40 tier. Now, this is the other thing. On Twitch, I would have to promote Ko-fi and, and let everybody know this and go that way and do that. But this is what I'm talking about, trend setting. This is what I'm talking about. When people are doing the same old, let's go to Twitch. Let me sub. Let me gift sub. Let me do this. Why do you think Twitch is offering sub September, whatever it's called? Why do you think they could do that? In the past, did you know, in the past, before this year, if you got a sub in September, and it was 20% off, everybody got 20% off. So this was 20% off, and this was 20% off. You only got $2.14 on a sub in September last year. Did you guys even know that they were cutting you on September? They were cutting the amount of sub you were getting. They're not doing that this year because they have sponsorships now. They went out and got all these sponsors. September is sponsored by blah, blah, blah. I don't even know who it's sponsored by. But that's what they went and did. They went and got sponsors for it. So now this year, only Twitch gets to 20. So when that sub from $5.99 is only $5.49 and they lose 50 cents. Last year, Twitch lost 25 and you lost 25. This year, it's not like that. Twitch loses the 50 cents total. You lose nothing. So that's why that they're doing these 6-packs, these 12-packs of subs. Oh, buy the subs in 6s, you save money. Why? Because look, $344 compared to $273. I can go away. I can go up to $4.99. I can only say that, you know what, I'll save you $1. I would make more than the Partner Plus does per prescription. And heaven forbid, if I get fortunate enough where I have, and somebody subbed Minor Mom for $7.99, I get $6.83 of that. Now, you do have to keep in mind, there is one catch to this, but it's the same catch here. Let's say, for example, at the end of the year, I make $1,000, right? You got to claim that on taxes. There's no way out of it. You can do your business, you can do this, you can do that, blah, 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 blah. You can do everything that you want and write it off, right? It's a heck of a lot easier to write it off here than it is to write it off here. Just saying. And I know it's only a couple $100, it's not that big of a deal, blah, blah, blah. But when you get into tens of thousands and hundreds of thousands, Uncle Sam is going to be calling at the end of the year. Uncle Sam is going to be calling. And I don't want to get into this over the camera on Twitch, but there are ways that you, in this particular method of doing things, that you can cut your taxes and make even more money than what you would make here, because it's a lot harder to cut your taxes here. So, my final words of wisdom. If you're going to grow on Twitch, you gotta get off Twitch. And what I mean by that is, you just can't be doing the same old, over and over, blah, blah, blah. Hit the button. If you want to grow, and if you want to, like, take this up to the next level. If you want to go full time with this, take this to the next level, you have to do it other ways. You don't have time to be sitting back and hoping to grow a channel from the ground up. You have got to attack it. You have to go after it. There's shortcuts. Yes, that'll get you to places, but eventually those shortcuts are going to fall. And you're going to have to figure out how to go naturally too. I could get you 1,000 followers on Twitch inside probably 3 months. Easily. But where does that eventually get you? Where's that the bottom line at? You can get probably 4,000 to 5,000 subs, or 4,000 to 5,000 views or subs or whatever on YouTube. As I was looking at it this afternoon, like that. But again, where's that going to get you? There's a point where you're doing a shortcut, but there's a point where you actually have to do the organic part of it too. When you hear these, when you go on the YouTube channel, oh, I could make you $1,000 in 2 minutes. Oh, I could get you 150,000 subs. Oh, this video is going to go viral. Well, there's going to be episodes of this coming up in the near weeks where I'm going to tell you a viral video is the worst possible thing that can happen to you if it's not in your niche. Because then you have really screwed up the algorithm on YouTube, and it could take you going to a brand new channel and starting over if you get the wrong viral video on YouTube. And they will not tell you that. Nobody will tell you that. But if you're streaming about Minecraft and you put a video about butterflies, and this butterfly video flies off the face of the earth, you got a niche that's way over here and a niche that's way over here that has absolutely nothing to do with it. But what is YouTube? What is their prime thing? What are they? They're a business to what? Make money. They're gonna, and this thing went viral, they're gonna push everything they possibly can at this video. Meanwhile, you have 100 videos over here about Minecraft, And you put one over here and the algorithm's throwing everybody over here and not here. Oh my God. It drives me crazy when I hear people like that. All I need is just one viral video. Well, you better make sure it's a Minecraft viral video that you're streaming and that you're creating content with Minecraft and not on freaking butterflies. Because the next thing you know, you're going to be chasing the butterflies and you ain't going to be getting no meat off those butterflies. Yes, I'm in a great mood. All right, let me go back to the chat. I'm sorry, I got a little rant there. Minor Mom, I drank too much. Oh boy. Davey D, drank too much. You can buy video games for $2. You've got, yeah, see? Yeah. So you could save your $2 and buy 2 video games. Something different, something innovative. What did Logan Paul and Mr. Beast do to get viral? Mr. Beast, his big thing was his thumbnails. There's like a 101 on the triangle concept of his colors of his thumbnails. I was like reading that article. It's kind of funny. I didn't know who Mr. Beast was like 5-6 years ago when everybody was like, oh, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. I'm like, who is this guy? Didn't he like just like sit in front of a screen and like count to like 1,000,000? He just went 1, 2, 3 and counted like to 1,000,000. Isn't that guy? But thumbnails and titles and all that, that's all very, very, very important stuff. It's all very important stuff because there's 2 things to look at it. Like right now, my number one problem that I think I might have to try to address is my lighting. And I don't know how this is going to appear on YouTube with this room that I'm in the lighting. I mean, I have lousy lighting. And that's the my number one concern right now is my lighting. But other than that, I think people could get over some of the hurdles, but you have to get people there. You have to get people to your channel. When they look something up and they see like 10 thumbnails, if your thumbnail's trash and there's a really good thumbnail and another trash one, they're going to pick that really, really good one that's in the middle of those 2. And then maybe they'll look at the title, but the thumbnail is like, it's really critical to get really decent thumbnails. You don't have to be professional. They don't have to be professional, but they have to be good. And then a really good title helps. And the one thing, and it works, the one thing that I try to do too is come up with a topic and a thumbnail and then the video. You try to come up with it that way. And at first I'm like, how can you do that? How can you do that? But it actually makes the video better when you already have the thumbnail and you already have the title, because now you're like focused during the video. I don't know, it's weird. It was very weird when I was recording, but that actually works. And it works the same thing here when I'm streaming on Twitch, is that I already have the thumbnail for YouTube ready to go. I just haven't figured out how to do it before stream, but I have it ready and it's there. So now, boom, the thumbnail's there, the title's there, and go on. There's programs that you can use to help you. I tried Tubby or whatever it's called, I don't know what it's called. YouTube Telly. I've tried that, and I've tried vidIQ or something like that. vidIQ is much better than the other one, but it's very expensive. So now I've learned to go to free AI. So I just type in AI description, and then you'll see these free programs pop up. And then you just like pop in one of them, type in what you want, bam, and it comes out. And then I take that and then I like change the words around, kind of make it like more for my stream, and then go from there. So Hitachi, and then Twitch that Kai guy. Yeah, well, and the thing about him is that he does his big thing every time that he has a huge growth spurt. which is hard to say, is when he does his weird stuff. Like he did that, he was in prison for like 2 weeks thing, that little. So not only did he get national media recognition, and he got national news, he got free publication, you know, free news. He's on CNN, he's on CB. I mean, that's the ultimate. That's like as high as you can go when you have networks promoting you. That is just nuts. I mean, and that's like the ultimate high. I don't know how much higher you can go. How much higher can you go to that? But he usually has his growth spurts when he does those oddball stuff. When he does do like, I'm in prison for 2 years, or I'm going to give away free computers in Grand Central Station or wherever it was in New York, whatever he was doing. And then he had like 500,000 people show up, and then the cops had to come and they didn't know what to do. I don't even think he ever gave away the free merch, did he? Wasn't he giving away like free computers or laptops or something like that? But Photoshop is great. Canva is my favorite thing. I could do Canva's super simple, and I can make a thumbnail in 5 minutes on for Canva now because it's pretty straightforward. But Photoshop, all that fun stuff. All right, well, that's today's chat. So what I'm going to do, or try to do, is take this video, break it up. We'll have videos on YouTube. The YouTube channel is in the panels below, so now is the time. If you have not subscribed to the brand new YouTube channel, hit that YouTube. I don't have it in my Stream Deck yet, which I forgot to do. Yes, Canva is, I'm telling you, Canva is God. It is God. Canva is outstanding. You can do so much in Canva, and it's so easy. It is so easy to use. Yes, we need to get Canva as a sponsor. I tried to get Blurp as a scans. I was like talking around to the Blurp guy. I was trying to get him. I was telling a guy behind me about Blurp product in front of the Blurp guy who knew nothing. And then I realized this guy's just a clown that's here. He's not even like he's just one of the workers for the facility. I'm like, oh my God. And I was like spieling on and on and on and on and on. And I spieled at absolutely nobody, but it don't matter. I got my free pin. And that's what we're going to be going after this year, is the pins. So yes, so in there, make sure you do that. If you have a subscription coming up on Twitch, feel free to cancel that baby out. Go to Ko-fi, pay the $3.99 there. Switch it from a Twitch subscription to a Ko-fi subscription. You'll save $2 in the process, and that'll help me out even more. And if you really kind and want to donate and tip there, go and do everything at Ko-fi. There is Stream Elements set up. I think I still have the whatchamacallit there. But if you're gonna do anything, do it through Ko-fi. Ko-fi. What time is it? I wanted to play Minecraft tonight too. I have like homework I gotta do. We got hardcore Minecraft. Hey, why don't we go visit Cookie Monster? He's on. We're gonna go say hi to Cookie. He's only got 1 viewer. So let's go over to Cookie. Thank you all for stopping by. We'll be back again Wednesday. What I'm gonna try to do is a news day for Wednesday and then a topic talk on Sunday. But the news thing kind of came out this morning, so we're gonna do that. So we're gonna go over and see. Yeah, I got homework to do. I got emails and stuff like this giving me homework. I guess I gotta earn my money that I made. So we're gonna go over there. If you got a raid thing, do a raid thing. I don't have a raid thing. I usually steal Minor Moms, but if you got a raid there. Let's go see Mr. Cookie. And thanks everybody that stopped by. I appreciate you. Again, panels below, check them out. And we are going there right now. Goodbye.